something that really stuck with me throughout the semester, and I found it so interesting, but it was also hard to decide between the two, was ultimate terms and enemyship. I feel like those are just two topics that are so relatable. So I decided to go with ultimate terms because within ultimate terms, there's devil terms and God terms. And ultimate terms, we learned have a positive meaning associated with them, like faith and hope and positivity. And devil terms have more of a negative meaning associated with them, like depression and depression and anger and things that just make us kind of sad. So I decided to read a book by Weaver, The Ethics of Rhetoric. It wasn't a part of our class, but I found it interesting and his idea. Richard Weaver, was a historian and a political philosopher, and he was also a conservative. So his ideas date back in time, and this book allowed me to understand where everything started from, whether the terms were more modern or they were historical. And after reading Weaver's book, I learned that devil terms have always had like a negative meaning associated with them. That's why they're called devil terms. And God terms seem to always have a positive meaning associated with them. That's why they're like positive and they're called God terms. So I would definitely say like a wedding or an engagement is a great way to describe a God term. And devil terms are just depressing. Like, I guess you would associate that with the funeral if you were comparing the two, a wedding and a funeral, to be a God term and a devil term. So I decided that I would think it would be easier for me personally to relate one of the terms to a situation I've experienced or have seen before in the past, especially here on campus. I would have to say the Trump rally on campus that recently happened, built the wall, when they built the wall around the American flag on Old Main's lawn. That's an association of a devil term because building a wall is separating people and not allowing everyone into this country. And it's just kind of a way for us to divide each other. So Weaver would say that that's negative because it makes some people feel bad. Everyone wouldn't feel the same. And it's like secluding people, almost like enemyship. More than one person or so many people having this bond or friendship because they don't like a particular person or someone or something. And in this case, this would be a devil term because you're associating building a wall with humans and like not allowing someone into this country just because they're not American. That's evil, and we all know evil is a devil term. So another experience I would say that I can relate to would have to be the college experience and the friend-making process. Over the years, you make so many friends, you meet so many different people actually, and some stick around, some you lose. But it's all for a certain reason. And at the moment, we sometimes don't realize that. But I must say I've lost a couple of friends because I would say they're untrustworthy and they're just not good people. So being untrustworthy would definitely have to be a devil term because they're people that you can't trust. And like when you have such personal thoughts and feelings and you express that to your friends and they turn around and like betray you and not care and they really don't have any interest in your feelings, that's kind of hard. So in this class on rhetoric, I've learned so much about like everyday life and how, not so much how we should be, but the things we should be doing and like people we should care about. Now, as far as God terms, I would have to say a wedding would be such a great time and such a great place that, I don't know, when we talk about time, we're talking about in the moment. So I would say a wedding now, like and always, has been associated with positivity and great meaning. So I would say that's a God term. Now I can relate this back to when my cousin got married. At her wedding reception, her and her husband, they each gave their speeches and they expressed their love for each other.